Have you ever crossed paths with someone whose presence alone exudes calmness and resilience, a figure who stands firm when others sway in the winds of life? This rare kind of strength doesn't come from mere knowledge or superficial poise, but from an extraordinary understanding of life's deeper currents. It's something that most of us seek but find elusive, a strength rooted in timeless virtues, a mindset of Stoicism brought to life. Imagine a woman who navigates life's complexities not with force but with grace, who transforms life's storms into moments of stillness. This is the Stoic woman, a silent warrior embodying 8 rare virtues that make her a guiding light in a turbulent world. She does not seek admiration, yet her presence is magnetic. She doesn't need validation, yet her confidence inspires. Each of these virtues forms the foundation of her character, and by understanding them, we too can glimpse the secrets of inner peace and resilience. Stay with us as we delve into these virtues, each a treasure in itself. From self-confidence and adaptability to the art of minimalism, this journey will reveal the secrets of the rarest woman in the world. Let's begin by exploring the cornerstone of her strength: emotional control and self-sufficiency. 1. Emotional control and self-sufficiency, the cornerstones of Stoic strength. In a world driven by reaction, where emotions often control us instead of us controlling them, what does it mean to hold a calm center? The Stoic woman understands that emotional control is not a denial of feelings, but a mastery over their influence. She knows that every reaction must first be examined, every impulse tempered with reason. Have you ever considered how often emotions dictate our actions and how much freedom could lie in choosing our response instead? This is the essence of Stoicism, understanding that emotions are signals, not commands. The Stoic woman welcomes each feeling, knowing that even anger or fear holds insights if we pause long enough to listen. This is her first pillar of strength: emotional control. Not the absence of emotion, but the ability to let emotions pass through her without disturbing her peace. Life, with its unpredictability, will test her again and again, and each time she chooses to respond rather than react. Can you imagine the peace that would come from this level of control? Her control does not make her cold or distant. Rather, it gives her a unique warmth. She faces every interaction and every decision with a level of serenity that others find both comforting and inspiring. Emotional control for her becomes a form of self-care. While others are swept up in the chaos of impulses, she stands firm, rooted in her values and grounded in her purpose. In this way, she transforms moments of potential conflict into opportunities for understanding and challenges into chances for growth. Yet emotional control alone is not enough. To truly embody Stoicism, one must also cultivate self-sufficiency, a quiet confidence in one's ability to stand alone when needed. The Stoic woman understands the importance of this inner strength. She does not rely on others to define her worth, nor does she look to them for constant validation. Instead, her sense of self is solid, unshaken by the fleeting opinions of others. She walks a path of independence, yet she is not isolated. Her relationships are rich and fulfilling because they are built on mutual respect, not on dependency. Self-sufficiency is a skill we often overlook in a society that values constant connection and external approval. But what if we took a moment to ask ourselves, do we know who we are without the voices of others shaping our perceptions? The Stoic woman's journey of self-sufficiency involves a deep introspection and a commitment to knowing herself fully. She has spent time exploring her values, understanding her weaknesses, and celebrating her strengths. It's not that she doesn't value others' input. Rather, she has learned to weigh it without losing sight of her own truth. Her self-sufficiency is a quiet, resolute force, one that gives her the ability to face life's challenges with unwavering composure. When faced with difficulty, she does not crumble or look around for someone to save her. Instead, she draws on the strength within, understanding that true freedom comes from being able to rely on oneself. Through this independence, she creates a life that is uniquely her own, a life free from the shackles of neediness or constant approval-seeking. The Stoic woman's combination of emotional control and self-sufficiency serves as the foundation for all her other virtues. This grounded presence allows her to interact with the world without losing herself in it. She has the courage to stand alone, but also the grace to connect deeply with others. In every interaction, she radiates a calm strength, one that reminds us of the power of self-mastery. Could these be the keys to a life of true resilience, a life of harmony and clarity? The Stoic woman's example suggests they might be. And as we explore each of her virtues, consider what each one could mean for you. Imagine a life where you too navigate life's storms with unshakable calm and quiet strength. With emotional control and self-sufficiency as her compass, the Stoic woman moves forward to the next essential virtue, deep self-confidence. 2. Deep self-confidence, rooted in self-knowledge. Confidence. What does it truly mean to be confident? In a world where so much of our self-worth is often derived from external validation, the Stoic woman's confidence stands out as something rare, almost enigmatic. Her self-confidence isn't based on achievements, appearances, or the approval of others. It is a profound, quiet assurance that comes from a deep understanding of who she is. Imagine knowing yourself so well that the noise of the world fades into the background. This is the level of self-confidence the Stoic woman carries. Her journey has been one of introspection, a continuous exploration of her values, her strengths, and even her limitations. Instead of comparing herself to others or seeking validation in the opinions of those around her, she finds her worth in her own understanding and acceptance of herself. This is where her Stoicism comes into full effect, a philosophy that teaches that peace comes from within, not from the world outside. This level of confidence allows her to face each day with certainty, yet it does not harden her to feedback or make her arrogant. On the contrary, she is open to learning and growth, aware that life is an ongoing process of self-discovery. She has no need to defend her choices to everyone or prove her worth to those who doubt her. Have you ever felt this kind of confidence? The kind that doesn't need to be loud to be felt? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get swept up in the need to compare, to worry about whether we're enough, or to look outside ourselves for approval. But the Stoic woman has chosen a different path, one that requires discipline and honesty. She looks within, trusting that her worth does not diminish or grow based on others' perceptions. Her self-confidence is a fortress built on self-knowledge, and it gives her a calm strength that shines in every action, every decision. This confidence is not something she was simply born with. It is something she has cultivated. The Stoic woman has taken the time to examine her beliefs, question her values, and understand her purpose. She is not afraid of solitude, for she knows that solitude is the path to true self-knowledge. Have you ever dared to spend time with only your thoughts to reflect deeply on what truly matters to you, free from distractions? This is the Stoic woman's way, a life of introspection and alignment with her core values. In moments of doubt or criticism, this self-confidence allows her to remain steady. She knows that her worth is not up for negotiation. The Stoic woman does not need to change her views or actions simply to fit into others' expectations. Her commitment is to her own principles, not to the shifting tides of public opinion. This doesn't mean she disregards others. In fact, she listens deeply, but she evaluates each piece of feedback without compromising her own sense of self. When faced with choices, her confidence guides her. She does not waver because she knows what she stands for. For the Stoic woman, confidence is not about always being right or having all the answers. Instead, it's about having the courage to stand by her beliefs and to walk her path with integrity, even when that path is challenging or misunderstood by others. In this way, her self-confidence becomes a beacon to those around her. People are drawn to her, sensing in her a quality that is rare in a world of doubt and indecision. She inspires others to look within, to find their own sources of strength rather than seeking them outside. By being true to herself, she unconsciously invites others to do the same. Her confidence is a quiet encouragement, a reminder that the answers we seek are often within us. The Stoic woman's deep self-confidence, then, is a reflection of her unwavering commitment to herself. She does not demand recognition or expect the world to cater to her needs. She knows that her peace and worth are her own responsibility, and this is her true power. Through the lens of Stoicism, we see that confidence is not about control or dominance. It's about harmony with oneself. As we move forward in exploring the Stoic woman's virtues, ask yourself, what would your life look like if you didn't seek approval from others? How might your choices change if you were truly confident in who you are and what you stand for? Self-confidence, rooted in self-knowledge, is a gift the Stoic woman gives herself every day, and it paves the way for the next virtue on her path: direct communication and integrity. 3. Direct communication and integrity. Clarity in communication is a rare quality, and the Stoic woman practices it with an elegance that reflects her integrity. Her words are carefully chosen, each one intentional, embodying her commitment to truth. In a world full of distractions, misunderstandings, and superficial exchanges, she communicates in a way that cuts through the noise. For her, communication isn't about winning arguments or proving points. It's about fostering genuine understanding. Have you ever felt the power of truly direct communication, free of hidden motives or half-truths? The Stoic woman's commitment to truth is grounded in her dedication to integrity. She believes that to speak clearly and with purpose is to respect both herself and those she engages with. This does not mean she is blunt or unfeeling. Rather, she knows how to deliver her thoughts with kindness and precision, aware that her words carry weight. This is an essential part of Stoicism, the belief that honesty, when paired with respect, cultivates trust and strengthens relationships. Her integrity in communication serves as a model for those around her. She does not engage in gossip, nor does she indulge in insincerity. Every word she speaks is an extension of her values, and through this, she builds a reputation of reliability and honesty. For her, there is no need to manipulate or embellish the truth to make herself look better or to sway others to her side. She is comfortable with truth, knowing that honesty is the foundation of lasting respect. In a world where social dynamics often reward manipulation or self-interest, the Stoic woman chooses a different path. Her words are not a tool for personal gain. They are a reflection of her commitment to integrity. She knows that when she speaks with clarity and honesty, she creates an environment where others feel safe to be open and genuine. It's a powerful gift, one that fosters connection and understanding. This direct communication stems from her inner confidence and her lack of need for external approval. She speaks only what she believes, and in doing so, invites others to communicate more openly. There is no need for hidden agendas or guarded words. Her integrity acts as a shield, protecting her from the common traps of flattery, deceit, or manipulation. Instead, she builds relationships on trust, a rare but invaluable quality. Integrity in communication is a hallmark of Stoicism and an indicator of her dedication to authenticity. In each interaction, she embodies a principle of simplicity and honesty, inviting those around her to embrace the same. Her commitment to truth strengthens her self-respect and deepens her connections, making her a valued confidant and friend. Could this be a path worth emulating? Consider the possibility. How might your relationships transform if you communicated with the same level of directness and integrity? Imagine the simplicity and peace that come from knowing you've said only what you truly mean. And with this level of clarity, the Stoic woman flows naturally into our next virtue, adaptability. 4. Adaptability as true strength. In life, change is the only constant. While many fear or resist it, the Stoic woman views change as a natural part of existence. She has come to understand that adaptability is not merely a survival skill, but a mark of true strength. To her, flexibility is a core aspect of Stoicism, a reminder that holding too tightly to plans or expectations only leads to disappointment. Instead, she learns to move with the flow of life, like water adjusting to the shape of any container it fills. Imagine facing each twist and turn, not with resistance, but with calm acceptance. For the Stoic woman, adaptability means embracing uncertainty, seeing every challenge as an opportunity to grow. Her calm response to life's changes is rooted in her understanding that control is an illusion. Rather than exhausting herself in the pursuit of control, she directs her energy toward what she can influence, her reactions and her mindset. Have you ever wondered how much freedom might lie in this approach? When life takes unexpected turns, the Stoic woman does not waste time mourning what could have been. She sees each new situation as a chance to practice resilience, to strengthen her ability to adapt. Whether it's a sudden career shift, a relationship change, or an unforeseen obstacle, she remains grounded, adjusting her path without compromising her principles. This is not a sign of weakness or passivity. It is a conscious choice to remain fluid in a rigid world. Adaptability for her is not about being passive, but about choosing her battles wisely. She knows that strength does not always mean holding firm. Sometimes it means letting go. This ability to release attachments to outcomes gives her a profound sense of freedom. She recognizes that life is filled with the unexpected, and rather than fearing it, she meets each change with an open heart and a clear mind. This resilience in the face of change is part of what makes her a natural leader. Others are drawn to her capacity to remain composed and flexible, even in trying circumstances. Her adaptability inspires those around her to face their own challenges with courage, knowing that they too have the strength to adjust and continue forward. Have you ever known someone whose calmness in the face of change seemed almost contagious? This is the effect of adaptability grounded in Stoicism. In each shift, she reaffirms her dedication to living by her values, not by fixed expectations. Her adaptability is not a lack of direction. It is the ability to move through life with a spirit of acceptance, adjusting her course as necessary. This gives her a unique power, one that allows her to embrace both joy and adversity with equal grace. Could this adaptability be a skill worth cultivating in your own life? Imagine the strength of remaining calm and flexible, regardless of what life brings. The Stoic woman shows us that adaptability, when grounded in self-knowledge and values, is a powerful ally. And from this place of flexible strength, she demonstrates yet another rare quality: leadership by example. 5. Leadership by example. In today's world, we often associate leadership with titles, power, or control. But the Stoic woman embodies a different kind of leadership, one that does not seek attention but commands respect. Her leadership is quiet, almost unassuming, yet profoundly impactful. She leads not by giving orders or seeking authority, but by setting an example, showing through her actions what it means to live with integrity and resilience. In this, she embodies Stoicism fully, demonstrating that true leadership is rooted in virtue. Her leadership is the kind that inspires others to rise, not through force, but by sparking a desire for self-improvement. People around her see her calm confidence, her adaptability, and her direct communication, and they are moved to adopt these qualities themselves. She doesn't need to tell others what to do because her life is her message. This is the essence of leading by example, showing rather than telling, inviting rather than demanding. Have you ever felt the subtle influence of someone whose actions spoke louder than words? The Stoic woman understands that real influence does not come from imposing one's will on others, but from living in a way that reflects one's deepest values. Her leadership is rooted in her commitment to truth and self-mastery. She is not driven by a need for recognition or external validation. Instead, she is guided by a desire to be the best version of herself, to contribute to the well-being of others in an authentic, meaningful way. Because of this approach, her leadership feels natural and unforced. Those around her look to her for guidance, not because she demands it, but because she embodies the qualities they admire and aspire to develop. Her ability to remain calm under pressure, to adapt to change, and to communicate with clarity inspires a quiet confidence in others, encouraging them to take on challenges with the same level of poise. This is Stoicism in action, leading by embodying the values one holds dear. This form of leadership is rare and precious. It does not rely on power structures or authority figures. It is grounded in character. The Stoic woman has no need to prove herself, nor does she feel compelled to control others. She leads by offering a clear example of what it means to live well, to face life's challenges with dignity and grace. Have you ever been inspired to improve yourself simply by watching the way someone else lived their life? Her leadership is a quiet, steady force, one that draws people in rather than pushing them. It is a kind of influence that transcends words and commands, reaching others on a deeper level. By being true to herself and to her principles, she naturally fosters trust and respect. Her presence alone reminds those around her of the strength that lies in character and integrity. As we reflect on the Stoic woman's leadership, let us consider how we might lead in our own lives, not by seeking control or validation, but by embodying the values we wish to see in the world. And with this, we move forward to the next virtue, where the Stoic woman's enigmatic nature reveals the power of mystery and non-judgment in her approach to life. 6. A non-judgmental approach and aversion to gossip. The Stoic woman sees life as a vast landscape, one in which every person travels their own path. She understands that each individual faces unique challenges, carrying unseen burdens, and grappling with personal battles. This awareness shapes her approach to others, making her naturally non-judgmental. She does not rush to label or dismiss. Rather, she seeks to understand. Have you ever considered how liberating it might be to approach others without judgment, allowing room for empathy and connection? This non-judgmental approach is a reflection of her inner wisdom and a core aspect of Stoicism. For the Stoic woman, judgment is a barrier to understanding, an obstacle that prevents true connection. By choosing not to judge, she opens herself to seeing others as they are, free from her own projections. This practice requires humility, a recognition that she, too, has flaws and weaknesses. She accepts these imperfections in herself and, by extension, in others. It's a practice of empathy that deepens her relationships and strengthens her own peace of mind. Her aversion to gossip flows naturally from this stance. Gossip, to her, is a misuse of words, a distraction that shifts focus away from what is meaningful. Instead of partaking in conversations that diminish others, she chooses silence or redirects the conversation to something constructive. She knows that indulging in gossip not only hurts others, but also corrodes her own integrity. Have you ever noticed how gossip seems to fill the air with negativity, drawing people into needless drama? The Stoic woman recognizes this and opts to rise above it, preserving her inner peace. By avoiding gossip, she builds an atmosphere of trust around her. People come to see her as someone safe, someone who will not judge or belittle. This non-judgmental presence draws people to her, as they feel they can be themselves without fear of ridicule or criticism. Her choice to refrain from gossip is not just a personal preference. It is an intentional act of respect toward herself and those around her. She creates a community of understanding by choosing words that build rather than destroy. This approach, grounded in Stoicism, fosters a positive influence in her circles. Her decision to avoid judgment and gossip inspires others to consider their own words and actions, subtly encouraging them to focus on what truly matters. She becomes a source of comfort, a friend to whom people turn when they seek a listening ear or wise advice. Her non-judgmental attitude brings out the best in others, creating an environment where people feel valued and respected. Have you ever experienced the freedom that comes from withholding judgment, choosing instead to understand? The Stoic woman reminds us that empathy and acceptance are pathways to peace. Her ability to embrace others without judgment strengthens her relationships and reinforces her inner calm. And from this place of understanding, she moves toward the next virtue, embodying an air of mystery and independence. 7. Being enigmatic, the power of mystery. There is a certain allure to mystery, a quiet strength that doesn't reveal itself all at once. The Stoic woman embodies this enigmatic quality, and it's one of her most fascinating traits. Her mystery is not an act or a facade. It is the natural result of her self-sufficiency and self-knowledge. She is comfortable in her own presence, at ease with her own thoughts, and does not feel the need to explain herself or prove her worth to anyone. Have you ever noticed the quiet magnetism of someone who is at peace with themselves, who doesn't need to be understood by all? This quality of mystery is an integral part of her Stoicism. It is a quiet reminder that not everything about her is for public consumption. She shares only what she chooses to, and her reserved nature is a reflection of her inner strength. In a world where oversharing is common, where people feel compelled to announce every thought and experience, her restraint stands out. She does not seek validation through others' approval, and this independence makes her a compelling presence. This enigmatic quality doesn't mean she is closed off or detached. Rather, she remains present, fully engaged with those around her, but without the need to divulge every detail of her life. This choice to maintain a sense of mystery gives her interactions a depth that is both rare and refreshing. People are drawn to her, intrigued by her calm presence, curious to understand what lies beneath. Have you ever been in the company of someone who exudes an air of calm mystery, making you want to learn more simply by being who they are? Her mystery creates space for others to reflect, to think more deeply about their own lives. By not revealing everything, she invites others to approach her with curiosity and respect. This measured sharing of herself makes her relationships richer, as they are built on genuine interest rather than superficial familiarity. People come to appreciate the Stoic woman for who she is, not for who she presents herself to be. This quality of being enigmatic is deeply connected to her non-judgmental nature. Because she does not judge others, she does not feel the need to justify or explain herself. She is content in her own silence, comfortable in her own space. This independence is a product of her Stoic philosophy, a belief that true peace lies within. She does not seek approval or validation from others, nor does she offer explanations for her choices unless absolutely necessary. This quiet strength gives her an allure that is both intriguing and inspiring. Imagine the freedom of moving through life without the need to explain or defend every decision, of being fully present yet withholding enough to maintain a sense of self. The Stoic woman's mystery is her gift to herself, a reminder that she is whole without needing to be fully understood. And in this quiet, enigmatic presence, she demonstrates yet another virtue, a profound strength in the face of adversity. 8. Strength in the face of adversity. Strength is often associated with loud declarations, with visible acts of bravery. But the Stoic woman redefines strength in a way that is subtle, internal, and deeply resilient. Her strength is not in denying pain or avoiding hardship, but in embracing each challenge as an opportunity to grow. This is the essence of Stoicism, understanding that adversity is not an obstacle but a teacher, one that reveals our truest selves when we meet it with courage and composure. Imagine facing life's difficulties not with fear, but with an acceptance that hardship is part of the journey. This is how the Stoic woman lives. She understands that suffering in some form is inevitable. Rather than resisting or complaining, she allows herself to feel, to experience the full weight of life's challenges. And then she rises. She sees each adversity as a call to her higher self, a reminder of her capacity for resilience. This strength in adversity comes from her ability to maintain perspective. She knows that while pain is real, it is also temporary. This outlook, rooted in Stoicism, gives her the endurance to face challenges without losing her inner peace. When others might crumble, she stands firm, grounded in her values and guided by her inner compass. Her calm response to hardship becomes an inspiration to those around her, a reminder that it is possible to face life's storms with grace. In moments of adversity, she does not isolate herself or seek pity. Instead, she draws on her community, sharing her strength and allowing others to support her in meaningful ways. Her strength is not about going it alone. It is about knowing when to stand firm and when to lean on others. This balance allows her to navigate hardship with a sense of dignity, refusing to let external circumstances define her worth. Her approach to adversity transforms her into a source of comfort and strength for others. Those around her see her calm endurance and feel empowered to face their own struggles. Have you ever been encouraged by someone who, despite their own difficulties, remained steady and supportive? The Stoic woman's strength becomes a beacon, a reminder that resilience is not just about surviving, but about thriving, even in difficult times. Through her strength, she teaches us that life's hardships are not something to be feared or avoided, but embraced as part of the journey. She embodies the principle that challenges are what shape us, what reveal our inner power. Her resilience, her ability to endure without losing herself, is perhaps the ultimate expression of Stoicism. And as she moves through life's storms, she reminds us that there is beauty in endurance, that true strength lies in the heart that refuses to be broken. Consider what these virtues might mean for you. How might your life change if you embraced a bit more mystery, practiced non-judgment, or faced adversity with a quiet strength? The Stoic woman is not a distant ideal. She is a possibility within each of us. Let her example guide you toward a life of resilience, peace, and unshakable inner strength. We've walked through the journey of the Stoic woman and explored 8 virtues that define her strength, wisdom, and resilience. She is a rare example in a world filled with noise, distraction, and fleeting validation. Her emotional control, self-confidence, integrity, adaptability, leadership, non-judgment, mystery, and resilience offer a roadmap to a life of clarity and purpose. Imagine living with this level of peace, confidence, and balance. How would it change your interactions, your decisions, your path forward? Reflect on these virtues and consider how each one might find expression in your own life. If you feel inspired, share your thoughts below. What resonates most with you? What virtues do you aspire to cultivate? If this journey through Stoicism has touched you, leave a comment, subscribe, or share this message with someone who might benefit from it. Thank you for being part of this journey. May you find strength, serenity, and clarity on your own path forward.